more specifically, the context bearing the billing rule are not aware of Clause 5 of the RSA, which outlines the most important billing terms and conditions of the agreement. And being unaware of Section 5, it has introduced gaps that result in operational issues. So our aim is to increase awareness in the billing process and minimize these gaps. Now I'll briefly talk on the implication of Section 5 of the RSA. So Part A makes reference to the fees schedule, which can be found on our website, and it contains also all the relevant costs. Part B states that all fees, which is paid by the applicant to Afrinic, are non-refundable. Part C is broken down to the following. It indicates that an applicant or a member shall pay the applicable renewal membership fees within 30 days of the invoice date. If a member does not pay applicable fees for any reason, Afrinic shall have the right to terminate the agreement and revoke the number of resources previously allocated or previously assigned. Afrinic shall apply a late penalty charge of a maximum of 15% of the applicable renewal membership fee in the event that such fee remains unpaid 30 days after the invoice date. So more details with regard to this will be shortly provided by my colleague. You will also notice that the agreement has specific clauses which determine expectation actions from the members and the respective consequences. So where Afrinic has exhausted all options to receive the payment, termination of the agreement will lead to technical and operational challenges for those who are still using the IP resources. These challenges can manifest in different ways, but not limited to traffic routing issues due to various kinds of traffic filtering mechanisms, such as the RPKI, Resource Public Key Infrastructure, and BOGON. You may also face email rejections due to no reverse TNS delegation. There could also be reputational loss due to unaccepted technical practices and poor customer experience. But however, Afrinic is committed to help and ensure that our members are aware of what needs to be done to avoid such situations. So it is of utmost importance that you know the billing timelines and the detailed implications. And for this, I'll welcome my colleague Avinash to walk you through the billing timeline schedule.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Avinash Bajnath, and I am the Revenue Accountant from the Member Services Department of Afrinic. As Wayne and Neelam mentioned, my presentation will be mainly on the billing schedule. So, for those who may not be familiar with the billing schedule, here is a billing schedule, as you can see on the screen. The billing timeline runs from the 1st of November to the 31st of October. It's a 12-month timeline with some important dates. Now I am going to take you through some important dates. Invoice representing annual membership fee is issued and sent by automated emails during the first week of November. Invoices are issued well in advance in order to allow members more than sufficient time to settle the fee. and at the same time to enjoy the benefit of early settlement discount, which we will talk later on. Members can choose to have hard copies of the invoice. However, a courier fee of 30 USD will be charged. Therefore, if it is not an obligation on your side, please avoid opting to have hard copies to avoid extra charge. Some members have opted to have their invoices inclusive of withholding tax. Therefore, it is their responsibility to deduct the withholding tax when making the payment. Afrinic got two payment options: wire transfer, for which Afrinic's banking details can be read on its invoices. The second option is online payment, which is applicable for invoices in USD only. Be noted that Afrinic's online payment gateway does not support the settlement of Euro invoices. For online payment, ensure that you are using a Visa or a MasterCard. Now we will talk about the invoice due date. 31st December is an important date for members in the billing timeline because it's New Year Eve, and at the same time, the cutoff date for early settlement discount. As mentioned earlier, the annual membership fee invoices are issued during the first week of November. If the full fee is received by latest the 31st of December, members are eligible for an early settlement discount of 5% of the annual membership fee. Be noted that this is applicable for LIR members only. Please allow me to repeat: the membership fee invoice must be fully paid to be entitled for the early settlement discount with respect to Section 5 of the RSA. Members should not calculate the discount and deduct it from their payment. We have also noticed that many members are not using their discounts on future payments, thus leaving their accounts with credit balance. We will advise members to check the statement of accounts on our customer portal to get the balance on their account before making payment to Afrinic. Later on, my colleague Christelle will do a demo on how to view statement of accounts from our customer portal. Moratorium period. All annual membership fees are due for payment on the 31st of January. And on top of that, members will be allowed a moratorium period. Your account will be in bad standing if the fee is not settled if the fee is not settled within that moratorium period. And bad standing means members will not get service support from member service department. So the 31st of January is a very important date for all members. Okay, now we will talk about the late payment penalty fee. After the 31st of January, Afrinic, through a board resolution, grants a moratorium period to all members in bad standing. We will continue to provide members the service support up to the 28th of February. Also, please note that if full payment is received within that period, you will not be billed a late payment penalty fee. Therefore, to avoid penalty, members should ensure that their fee reach us by latest the 28th of February. Allow me to give you an example. If payment is made on your side on the 25th of February, and let's say it reaches us on the 1st of March, penalty will be applied. As from the issuance of the annual membership fee invoices, which will be sent out during the first week of November, to the 28th of February, members will get to enjoy a payment term of almost 4 months. As from the 1st of March, we will not offer service support to members in bad standing. After February, all unpaid invoices are subject to late payment penalty fee. And this takes us to our next slide. Late payment penalty fee. As you can see on the screen, we have 3 dates for late payment penalty fee: the 31st of March, the 30th of April, and after the 30th of April. Be noted that if full payment is received by the 31st of March, a penalty of 5% is noted. If full payment is received by the 30th of April, a penalty of 10% is noted. If full payment is received after the 30th of April, a penalty of 15% is noted. I have been using the word noted because at this point, late payment penalty invoices are not issued yet. All penalty invoices are issued after the AGMM, so that the members who have paid their invoices remain in good standing, and they can vote at the AGMM without any restraint. Many often, members pay their fees after February, and when they receive a penalty, they send us emails to say why they are being charged a penalty when they have already settled their fees. As said earlier, penalty is applicable as from the 1st of March. Now, start of closure process. As from the 1st of June, we will compile a list of unpaid membership fee invoices. All members with unpaid membership fee invoices will be added to that closure list, and the team will initiate the closure process. We will start doing follow-ups with members by emails and phone calls. Here, I would like to point out that statement of accounts are sent to all members with unpaid balances on the first day of each month. After follow-up, we will send final notices to all members in bad standing, and members will have 30 days to respond. And after the 30 days, we will start resource reclamation and termination of agreement. On this slide, I will hand over the floor to my colleague Neelam. And if you have any question regarding the billing timeline, please write them on the Q&A section or wait for Q&A session to ask your question. Thank you for your time. Neelam, over to you now. Thank you.
Thank you, Avinash. I believe we now have a good picture of the billing timeline and how you can avoid incurring the penalties. With November just around the corner, and our finance department is already planning for the 2023 invoices to be issued, we want to also outline additional challenges we have observed, and we wish to encourage members to proactively take necessary remedial actions. One of the main issues we notice is lack of up-to-date contacts in our database. This can happen due to change in roles within the company or even when one leaves the organization. And consequently, it leads to unattended or undelivered emails, and as such, you might miss any communication from Afrinic with regard to payment. Next, we have company name changes that can happen due to corporate branding or any mergers or acquisitions. We also have changes in the physical address, which leads to undelivered documents. We encourage members whose current information is not consistent to contact us for the necessary updates before the invoices are issued. The other challenge we encounter is when members settle payments without including the reference number that was provided. It is recommended and stated in all the invoices that you should provide the invoice number as a reference when making payments. So where reference is missing, it may become difficult to promptly match such payments to the correct account. Next, we have instances when payments are settled by third parties, which we have to assign to the correct account. In addition, we have some countries with specific regulatory requirements with respect to hard copy invoices and with withholding tax requirement. If there is any changes with regard to these two, we recommend that we are notified in time because it delays the process as we have to rework on our side. Being the case, we have implemented certain measures to proactively help members to update information and mitigate the challenges observed, which is in line with the RSA Clause 2D and G. It emphasizes on up-to-date information, and we recommend all our members to take advantage of that. Afrinic has also implemented a feature on the members portal, which we call the MyAfrinic portal, that prompts members to verify the accuracy of the information. They can log into the portal and check whether the contacts are up to date. And if you need any information on the how to use this feature, it can be accessed on the link you can see on your screen. It is the first link, afrinic.net/membership/verification. You can also request for contact changes through the MyAfrinic portal. And this will be shortly shown in a demo as to how you can do that. And for any other queries, for name changes or any other queries you have with regard to updating your contacts information, you can send us an email at service-support@afrinic.net. All right, now, in case your membership fees will be paid by a third party on your behalf, we suggest that you inform us in advance of the identity and the information of the person or the entity which is designated to make such payments. And this to inform us, you can send us an email at billing@afrinic.net. It is also good to know that Afrinic reserves the right not to process your payment if it has reasonable suspicion that the payment is either derived from any criminal activity or money laundering activity. These two notes have been added to our invoice template to be in line with the local authorities and regulation. As you all know, we are living in this VUCA world. Uncertainties are numerous, and Afrinic endeavors to take all necessary steps to protect the registry and also ensure continued support of different initiatives in Africa. And now I'll welcome Christelle to walk us through a demonstration of MyAfrinic members portal. Thank you. Over to you, Christelle.
Thank you, Nilam. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christelle Robet, and I am from the Member Service Department of Afrinic as the Customer Service Officer. Today, we will together navigate to the MyAfrenic members portal so that you are adapt and can easily access all the required informations. So the demo will cover the billing preferences, how to check your membership status, how to view your summary statement and download an invoice and statement of account. As you are aware, Afrinic has two payment modes, wire transfer and credit card. I will also show you how you can pay by credit card on the MyAfrenic portal. Lastly, I will demonstrate how to validate your organization and contact details, as my colleague Nilam previously discussed on the importance of regular and timely account information updates. So let me take you to MyAfrenic and start the demo. So here we are logged on MyAfrenic portal. As you can see on your screen, Afrinic keeps your billing preferences. Afrinic keeps your billing preferences in records. So if you require withholding tax to be added to your next invoice happening early in November, you want to change your preferred currency, either in US dollar or euro, and you need a hard copy of invoices, you should email us your requirement to service-support@afrinic.net so that we can do the necessary on our side to enable you to pay in time. Next, I will show you how to check your membership status. Being a billing contact for your organization, you're responsible to ensure that all membership fees are settled in a timely manner to avoid incurring penalties or eventually accounts closure. So, how to know if you have a pending balance to pay? Once you log in, you can check the status of your account here. The term membership is in good standing, mean that you have no unsettled balance with Afrinic. If you have any payment due on your account, it will show your membership is in bad standing. To view your summary statement, you may click here. You can as well access the summary statement from the billing summary statement from here. Now I will display a summary statement where if you have any current balance due, it will appear under this page. If you are paying by wire transfer and need the invoice, you may click on Print Invoice and download the invoice here. You can as well download your statement of account from this portal. Select the account statement period and then click on Generate Account Statement. As you are aware, Afrinic has two payment modes, wire transfer and credit card payment. Afrinic can only accept credit card payment for invoices which are in US dollars. If you have a euro invoice, please proceed with the wire transfer. And as recommended by my colleague earlier, we will ask you as well to insert the invoice number as reference when making the payment at the bank. You can use a Visa card or a MasterCard to pay on our payment platform. There are two possibilities to pay by credit card. First, you can effect part payment while you are logged onto the portal. You should go to Billing, then click on Pay Bill Online. Secondly, you can pay without logging on the portal. I will now show you how you can pay by credit card without logging onto MyAfrinic. On your left here, you can see that I have inserted an invoice number. So after you have clicked on Confirm, after you have clicked on Confirm and Pay, you will be directed to our bank payment gateway, where you will need to insert your card details and click on Confirm Payment and make the payment now. Here, click and pay. The fund will reach our account and an acknowledgement email will be sent to you. We have now reached the last part of the demo, which consists of the organization and contact details validations. Afrinic has implemented a feature on the MyAfrinic members portal to enable our members to easily verify and update their details. All registered contacts have access to the portal. Shall see the banner which is here, saying, please click here to verify contacts for your organization. When you click on the banner, it will bring you to this page. The verification consists of two parts. Firstly, the organization details, and secondly, the contacts details. So here you will notice that before the organization was not yet verified. And when we have verified the contact, you can see that it has changed to not verified to verify by an email and an email address and the date, and even a ticket number in case there was a ticket open by the requester. If any of the org details need to be updated for your organization, please contact us at service-support@afrinic.net with the desired change, since editing the details is restricted to Afrinic. Moving on of a contact details. if you find that a contact details are no longer valid, you can notify the person by clicking on the notify option here. The person will automatically receive a notification email informing him that he needs to update his details. The not yet verify is changed to notification sent by name and the date. For example, Mr. Cedric Mbeye, which is actually a contact of this organization, his contact was not up to date, and we have updated his contact and a notification has been sent to him. On another hand, if you are sure that the details are correct, you could also click on confirm, where same thing, the person will receive an email informing him that his details have been validated and by whom. Now, some of you here are both admin and billing contacts. If you have the admin right, you will have access to this user administrative page. From here, you can delete an obsolete contact by clicking on this delete button. Or if you want to add a new contact, you submit your request by clicking here, and a form will appear like this. From this accessible here, both action will create tickets on our side. If you are a contact, if you are registered as a billing contacts only, you can liaise with your admin contact, or you can simply send the contact request to our service support email, where our team will assist you by creating a new account for a new contact person. So this brings us to the end of the demo. I thank you all for your attention, and I will now hand over to my colleague Nilam.
Yes, and it's not Nilam, it's Wayne. And this bring us to the end of the presentation and to the part where the Q&A section. So, and I will take the question from the Q&A to start with. Let's see. I can see 18 question has already been answered by our colleague. Anybody want to come to the mic? Any question? Okay, Mohammed. Mr. Mohammed.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I just wanted to know if this article or this recording will be available later on. So that was the only thing I wanted to have a confirmation. I got a confirmation that it will be available on the blog. I have one concern regarding withholding tax. So I'm not sure because I missed a couple of minutes in the beginning. You mentioned, it was mentioned that when we send money, when we make the payment, we actually deduct the withholding tax and then make a payment, correct?
Yes.
Well, how does it work on online on credit card? We do the same on based on the invoice and we deduct the withholding tax, or that would be a direct payment?
Okay. If you opted to have your invoices inclusive of withholding tax, now you want to pay by credit card, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you will have to log on to your account on MyAfrenic.
Okay.
There, you will be able to type the amount that you want to pay.
Okay.
And then when you make the payment, you just have to deduct the withholding tax. You pay the rest. So that is, you will pay the membership fee. And on our side, we will reverse the withholding tax on our account.
Okay.
But
And
you
do
will,
we need
but
to-
you will have, but you will have to log onto your account
Okay.
using your login credentials.
Sure. Yeah, I can
Okay.
see the option pay online here. There is already an option to enter
No,
the invoice.
you have an option on MyAfrenic homepage. On the left hand side, you will
Yes.
pay online here. There you will
Yes.
not be able. There you will not use the login credentials. So this option is not okay for you. You will have to log into your account,
Mhm.
and then you will have the option to type the amount that you want to pay.
Okay. Fine.
So-
And do we need to send you the withholding tax certificate for proof of
No,
not
No,
required?
this is not required on our side. That's
Okay.
the reason why I told you after you have made the payment, we will reverse the withholding tax on our side.
Oh, okay. Fine. I get it.
Okay,
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much.
it's a pleasure, sir.
Stefan, you have the mic.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, I'm at a hospital, so it might be a bit noisy in the background. So I'll try and be quick. My question, this is it? Okay. Just a minute. So I have two questions. Number one, I am a relatively, or my organization is a relatively new member, and we did not go through the billing cycle in terms of what was described earlier. And thank you for the session because it has allowed me to understand a bit of the background. So we became a member in December. So we did not get any notifications and all that. So the first, actually we became a member, I think it was in November. We made our payments for the previous year, which is 2021. So the invoice that we got for 2022 was actually sent to us in March. And in that case, does the late payment fee still apply? That is my first question. Second question is, because of the regulation in the country that I am in, we had opted for the physical invoices, but I have never received any physical invoices. How should I follow up on that? Because it appeared on the invoice I mean, as a charge, the extra charge, but we have never received any physical invoices. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question. And concerning the first question, if penalty applies because you have received your invoice in March, and the second question is you need hard copies, right? So
Yes.
let me try the second question first. So in order to receive hard copies, you will have to log into your account and tick the option to receive your invoice, hard copy of invoice. This will you will be charged a courier fee of 30 USD as mentioned in our presentation. And concerning if you will be
So
penalized.
if I could answer
Yes.
that, when we applied as a member, we actually ticked that as an option. And in the invoice, the charge is actually there.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have not received the invoice.
But I have never received anything. So if an auditor comes to me, they will tell me I'm paying for things that I never
You have
received.
not.
Yes.
Okay. In
Yes.
that case, what I will suggest you is that it is very specific situation. So I will request you to send us an email on billing@afrinic.net so that we can
Okay.
inquire on our side and revert back to
Okay.
you with an answer. Thank you very
Okay.
much, sir.
And the first question?
The third question, can you please repeat the third question, please?
No, the fees.
First, the
The
first
first
question.
one. The first one. Yes.
Yeah. Concerning the penalty, because you have received the invoice in March, you mentioned it on the same email. We will have to
Yes.
inquire on our side and revert back to you because this is very specific to your case.
Because okay. Because I had raised the issue, but I have not yet gotten a response. So I don't know whether I raised it in the right way. There's already an email trail to that effect. I'm still waiting for a response. So I don't know. Maybe I raised it. Maybe I was not too clear, or I raised it in the wrong. Is there a specific email address, or I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong on my end.
It's billing@afrinic.net. But normally, if you send an email to billing@afrinic.net, you should receive a ticket number. Or if you can provide us a ticket number, we will inquire on our side.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Mohammed, you have the mic.
Yes, I have it now. Good evening, everyone. I had two questions, and actually James and Avinash has replied. The first one, briefly, the transfer has been done on the right time, but reached 2 days late, so the penalty was applied. And you mentioned in the presentation that it will be applied on 1st of March directly. So there is a case already open, and Avinash already is replying with me. The other thing is that the bank fees, which is not clear for me how much to add to payment to the wire transfer. And also Avinash stated that it's depends on the bank or something. So I just needed the formula to calculate how much to be added. That was my question. Thank you.
Hello, Mohammed. Thank you for your question. As I have already sent you a message earlier concerning the bank charges. Unfortunately, it is out of our control and very difficult for us to tell you what will be the bank charges. This only the bank can tell you what will be their charges. Difficult for us to say anything about it. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Abdul Hakim, can you hear us?
Yes, thank you so much, Afrinic team. I can hear you very well. Thank you for this presentation. Also, I am new to building the status of my company. And today we get a lot of information, and we would like to appreciate that. I have a quick question. When I came here, the billing, our status was only the fee. Then when we have paid, after 4 days, we receive the penalty amount. Then we paid again. Instead of that, we don't have any problem to pay for the late penalty as we did, but it is good to appear the outstanding, the fee and the penalty. Then it is easier for us to calculate and pay one time. So is there any place, my question is there any other place apart from the summary billing statement that I can see all our outstanding? Thank you so much.
Yes, on a monthly basis, if you have any amount due with Afrinic, we send a statement of account by email to all billing contact on MyAfrenic. That's another place where you can see the amount due. It's the same statement which you see when you log in, but this one is in a PDF format that's sent to your email.
Yeah, and the email we received was only for the exact fee, which was like 1,400. Then after we paid, 4 days later, we received the penalty amount again.
Your question is a bit confusing to us. That what I'm understanding is that you had an outstanding balance of 1,400 USD. You paid it, and then
Yes.
later on, after a few days, you received a penalty fee invoice, right?
Yes.
Okay. May I ask you on which date you make the payment? 1,400.
We paid August 4.
Sorry,
2020.
August.
August 4,
So,
yeah.
You paid
Then
in
we
August.
received, yeah. Then we received.
You are appropriate penalty. That's one thing. Now you want it is it depends on the specific dates that we issue penalty fee invoices. So it happened in your case that you made the payment, and after a few days the penalty fee invoices were scheduled to be released. That's what happened.
Yes.
In your case.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know I was new to this section.
Okay, yeah.
Then I received an email that saying you should pay for within 30 days you should pay for this amount. We sent that to our finance department. They have paid.
Yes.
That was exactly 1,400 minus 1,400. Then 4 days later, again you send us another email for penalty. Instead of that, it could have, since we don't have any problem. Since we don't know this before, or our other colleague, he didn't inform us. Instead of paying, we should have get all in one time, the penalty plus the outstanding fees.
Yes, Mr. Abdul, we can hear your concern. What we're gonna do is, Avinash, we have taken your name, and because your issue is specific to you, and we will get back to you tomorrow. Avinash will give you a call or an email, and then we'll get back to you tomorrow so we can clarify exactly what happened, why you got to, just after a day you make a payment, you got another invoice. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hi, Angela, you have the mic.
Good afternoon. I'm glad to see my teeth are still in, so it's not that I'm South African that I used took a minute to reply at Paul. Sorry, there's a comment in the feeds. I have three questions actually. So the first one is, how does the discount then work? Because we pay on delivery. So as soon as we get the invoice, we then actually pay. So we should get the credit against our account, but I haven't seen that though. Do we actually withhold it from the invoice the next time we pay, or does it get credited back to us?
I mean, normally how it works, how it was working, we after, I think it's
A year
in,
back.
yeah, a year back, we were applying a credit on your account for all those who making which we have received payment before the 31st of December. But as from last year, this year, we haven't applied any credit to your account, and the credit will be applied on the next invoice that will be issued early in November. We have changed the process, Lord. As
Okay,
from
so
invoice.
okay, so credits are not refunded to us. It's just deducted from the invoice for the next annual period.
Yes,
Okay, because as it stands now, both my accounts actually have a credit against it. So there's nothing we should action now. We should just then see the deduction against next year's charge.
yes.
Okay, perfect. And then so that covers question 1 and 2. Then question 3, I'm having some difficulty changing our contact people on the new account that was raised for us. I was wondering, is there anyone that can assist me with that? Because it still has our personal contact emails and contact numbers on the Afrinic website. So we actually getting people contacting us directly. And this is quite urgent. So I don't know if there's someone that can maybe take it offline with me so that we can try and edit this information out and put in the standard contact information for RAIN.
Angela.
Yes.
So it's Crystal speaking here. I will contact you, and we can then from there you will share with me the details that need to be updated on your account.
Okay. Crystal, can I ask that you maybe set up a time with Isaac and myself, because I no longer have admin rights. So Isaac actually has the admin rights to our portal.
Yes, sure. I will contact you tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I then wait for that contact.
You're welcome.
Okay. And you'll include Isaac just lastly.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you.
You're
That is all
welcome.
from my side.
Thank you, Angela. Hi, Paul, you have the mic.
Hi, I put it in the text, but I would like an on-record answer for this. Mention was made of trouble that Afrinic perceives when there's a third party making a payment, and that Afrinic may refuse the payment. I'm wondering on what basis is this done? Surely if you are to do things in a responsible and lawful manner, you would consider the source of any funds received by Afrinic, considering the problem of money laundering and the like. Surely Afrinic
We have lost you, Paul.
consider the source of any large sum of money. Hi.
We are losing you, Paul. Hello? Paul, can you hear us? Mr. Liverson, you have the mic. Mr. Albert, you have the mic.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Albert. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the wonderful time we've had. I like it, and I wish, and I know we'll have more of it. But I just want to find out something. I have this peculiar issue. We became members. We joined in. We started talking about it mid-September. I know we became a member in September, and we made our payment on the 29th of September and never got, okay, yes, we did. You informed us that the resources were deployed, were made available on the 30th. But I know we only got access. We started using your stuff in October. And, you know, our auditors were going through our payments and a couple of things. And the issue of, we were wondering, and what we noticed at the end of the day was that we were billed for third quarter. And that was just 2 days in the whole third quarter of 3 months. And I did bring it up, and I really want to know the basis for that, because as a business partner, I feel I've been unfairly treated as regards that. And because I would have appreciated if there was probably, if I was prorated for the month of September, but now, yeah, I was billed for July and August, which was picked as exception on my own end. So I would appreciate if someone can really talk about it and look into it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Albert. We'll look into that, and our current system is automated, and it works on date. On date, it was approved. But we will take note of that and see what we can do, and we'll get back to you. I'll take your name then. Nishan, you have the mic.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you. First of all, thank you for this opportunity and for this session. Thank you to your team, your African team too. I have 2 questions, please. The first one, it has been mentioned that 5% at the end of December, I mean the end of the year, will be applicable. So if it will be applicable by the following invoice, this is first one. The second, registration because of our hard documentation, this is according to the terms of payment. Because of our hard documentation in here in my country, if it is possible to amend this period, I mean from 30 days to 40 or 50 days. Thank you.
Hello, Nazlin. This is James.
Hello.
Thank you for raising that. What you are asking for basically is not something that the Secretariat can change in the meantime. Normally,
Yeah.
the process is based on the bottom-up approach. As a member, you can raise this up with our board members, and they can take it into consideration. Otherwise, we also internally, we take this as feedback, which we may put into some of our observations and recommendations. But in respect of the bottom-up approach, we always recommend also that members take upon their responsibility and bring it up to board for consideration. So the board members will look into it and may deem as fit and take the necessary approach.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Okay.
So looking at the time, we have exceeded by 15 minutes already, and we won't be able to take any more questions. If you have any more questions that you need answered, please email them at billing@afrinic.net or service support@afrinic.net. And kindly note that the presentation and the recording will be shared to all our members by Friday afternoon. Once again, thank you for your time, and thank you, Avinash, Neelam, and Christelle for the presentation today. See you at the next webinar or next meeting. Thank you. Bye. Thank you.